Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 43 of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Human Noble Warrior Alek Cousland, where we are in Orzammar. For some reason, we were on, our party was being forced to stay there. In the last part, we came to Orzammar, well, last session as well, we came to Orzammar and we did a little bit of looking around and, generally just, got involved with some quests, picked up some quests, finished a quest, which was basically a quest that started and then immediately ended depending on how you spoke to her, which was really cool. But yeah, I'm just going to continue exploring the Dust Town district. Oh, that's where I wanted to go. Alistair, get the fuck out of the way, you knight in shining armor. To a slum's house. If this is a slum house, it looks pretty fucking well made. Liana, steal from the slums. We are not above that. I'm sorry, but if that, like, come on, this isn't a slum house. This is actually a pretty nice fucking pad. I mean, they could make, actually, no, even the doors are perfectly sized. Like, I mean, the bed may need to be a bit bigger, but this is a perfectly sized house. Right. It looks like that, yeah, there was not really much for us to do in here now that we've started. So, we have got a quest in Denerim. Ancient Evil, lest tell of Ancient Evil. So that's, okay, we'll do that in a bit. We've got the Chant in the Depths, help Brother Burkle establish a chanter in Orzammar. Mother's Hope, met a woman in Ferelden. Orzammar Commons was praying for a son. Unlike the Scholar, so basically the only place we need to go now is the Diamond Quarters. So we're gonna go take ourselves to the Diamond Quarters and chuck ourselves into the politics. I've pretty much just decided who I'm going to go with, because I decided instead of like, I'm going to still figure it out through the course of this, but having played the game before and remembering what the two guys are like. And remembering small amounts of the outcome, I've kind of figured out who I want to go for. It's at the moment though, it's just I'm waiting for like a confirmation. So depending on how everything goes in the Diamond Quarters, and if I get my confirmation or not, we'll know. But yeah, we're just gonna look around and generally have a good time. We'll talk to every named character we can find. There we go. See, look at that. Already one straight away.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
To say you're named, I thought you'd actually talk to me.
News of the hour. Support Lord Balin at your peril. Evidence suggests Lord Balin considering widespread military draft.
Feel like there's probably a reason. Ooh, free weapons. Cool. What's this? Harrowmont's estate. Let's not go into the politics just yet. Ooh, Lady Dace.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Named characters not actually having anything to talk about.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
I'm assuming this is the Balin estate. That's the Royal Palace, so I'm assuming that's where Balin will be. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna kind of... Oh, that's cool. Gotta admit, like, living down here must be really cool and weird at the same time. There's a Chamber of the Assembly. I'm not going in there just yet. I want to do some other side stuff first. There we go, Shaperette, that's where we want to go. Okay.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperette. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Looks like we're heading back to the Dust Town. There's another quest over here, apparently. Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Ortan Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Ortan, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortanic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Ortan, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Well, we'll always try. Anything to steal? Yeah, I've got to make sure the guy... I do apologize that my first thinking is of stuff to steal, but I was right. Ayana, we'll cover you while you go steal that. Nice. Right. Let's talk to a Shaper.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
And that's what Branka was.
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Where is Branka now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloodlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shatgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
What about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
It's easy for you. It seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Let's go back to my first question.
Please, speak your mind.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle, a cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
What harm would it do to let him preach?
Wherever this chantry has spread among humans, it replaced all beliefs preceding it. Were we to let these preachers into Orzammar, how long before the ancestors stop hearing the voices praising them?
You know, the chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar.
Brother Burkle said as much. But Orzammar is more than capable of caring for its own.
We're not that zealous. And we're not going to intimidate them. This is a problem. You're not fine. Would you rather wait for a human army to convert you?
If you are trying to threaten Orzammar from inside its own walls, you are sadly lacking in any understanding of tactics.
I should leave.
You are an outsider, Warden, but not outside the law. I hope you will not do anything to challenge the stability of Orzammar.
That just went horribly.
Going.
Like, even I didn't think it'd go that bad. Well, let us press deeper. There is no deeper. That is the furthest we could go. So, the next would be to go to the assembly.
Huh.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
I need aid against the Blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Is there any way I could help?
My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harrimont for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests.
Can I talk to Balin?
You must understand, Harrimont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
I thought King Endrim himself supported Harrimont.
That hurts worst of all. That Harrimont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
What must I do to prove my good intentions?
Harrimont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrimont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrimont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrimont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrimont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where did you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Isn't there someone you could report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrimont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
I'll have to think about this. Wait, he'd hold a distant relative over his duty?
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I'll have to think about it.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
Whoa, oh, that's completed quests. Let's keep exploring for now.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Damn it, I was going to try and jump. I forget
Your
jump's
mind
not a thing you
has
can
gone to
do.
dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize the Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Is there any way I can help to break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferelden, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear. If you want Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne.
I'll do whatever I need to do.
Excellent. I have the promissory notes right here. Just take them to Lady Dace and Lord Helmy, and show them Harrowmont is not as honest as he claims. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at tapsters in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions. Well, have you found Lady Dace and Lord Helmy?
Tell me more about Lady Dace and Lord Helmy.
I'm asking you to deliver a message, not enter marriage negotiations. Now, are you going to help or not?
Yes, I'll go find them right now.
Don't bother me again without something to report.
Fucking Monty prick. I don't think he understands he's speaking to a turn, or a possible turn.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferelden, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
Stop playing games. The treaties compel you to help.
You're asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrowmont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later.
So you'd make the whole world wait.
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Haramont's best fighters into stepping down.
Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Haramont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I do not know. It is a really weird, it's really weird to think. Nah, I don't want to be picking sides.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Haramont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Haramont could certainly use you on his side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help Balin. It's just... they're both dicks, but...
News of the hour.
I prefer...
Lord Haramont entrenched in the...
or at least at the moment, because I'm not playing a dwarf noble, Haramont, it just doesn't have the same appeal.
Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
Yes, I am Alek.
It's fascinating the surface has an entire order dedicated to fighting Darkspawn. Down here, that's just what fighting means. But I'm sure it's more difficult on the surface. It must be much harder to find them.
You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient Tig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
How do I know where to find your father?
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yes, I'll leave right now.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Technically, sorting this shit out is all I need to risk my life.
Sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while Rome stands empty.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Bronca didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Something tells me we're going to be needing to speak with him. Something called foresight. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I know where he goes. That's not going to be too much of an issue because we are actually going, if I remember correctly, where he's going.
Hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
That sounded like a threat.
Are you going to make your donation to the Stranger Safety Fund? Or do I have to show you how dangerous Orzammar is?
Show me.
Whatever you say, dead man.
Right. This guy. Bye bye. Okay, hello Rogar.
Here I am.
Stop your drooling and save some dignity. Quick!
What have you done? Great ancestors, he's dead! In my store. I have to get out of here. I have to hide. Jarvia will hunt me down for this.
What do you know of this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. I wouldn't be surprised if her men come after me in the Diamond Quarter itself.
What do you know about her Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
Curse divide is deep indeed.
These casteless, they're all the same. Beggars, thugs, and murderers, everyone. Actually, we shouldn't be talking here. I need to run.
Bye! Well, that was very nice of them, wasn't it? I must admit, though, don't you just hate it when someone insults you and then, you know, they can't back it up? Honestly, I think it's so rude that you know, for someone to offer you a decent fight and then, you know, fall short or go off early. It's ridiculous. There's no nug around here, is there? I think I got that one already. Right. Into the Tapster's Tavern. Let's go talk to the Lord. And if I remember correctly, the other guy will be in here somewhere. I do not remember where he is.
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar?
I have news that Harrowmount is double-dealing you and Lady Dace.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And we'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day.
So why vote for Harrowmount if you didn't want the land?
I actually thought he was the better candidate. You must think I'm pretty soddy naive, huh? They're all the same, well-dressed, blood-sucking cave ticks. I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
He doesn't sound too happy about that. Right, so let's have a quick look at heroic achievements. We are a absolute monster when it comes to kills and damage and everything. Contribution to party damage is 50%, 3% us. Fucking hell. That's a lot of money. We've played for 22 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 22 hours as Alek Cousland. But unfortunately, we'll have to end right here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, don't just got all that fun stuff. And in the next part, Alek Cousland will continue his journey throughout Orzammar, picking up new friends, possibly, and also delving into the deep roads in search of Lady Dace's father to try and figure out and hope that Balin wins. But unfortunately, that'll have to wait to the next part, and I'll see you guys then.